It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Coming up next.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. But even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Jaden Reed to return this. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
First down throw, here's Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lawrence working from the gun. This is hauled in by Ingram. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Able to get it to Reed. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They send the tight end in motion. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Jacobs with a 1st and then some. And he's finally brought down at the 33. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Play fake, it's Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 28. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
3rd and long for him here. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
An option give here to ETN. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They go right back to Etienne. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Etienne on the catch. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the gun, Etienne gets it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Etienne again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Jaguars making their first trip inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll send him over right. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Packers all set to get back out there. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Takes the handoff, now Love. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 47. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together and get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Love out of the shotgun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 20-zip lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push their lead to 21-zip already. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Stiff arm success. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll try it left with Etienne. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Completed to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On second down, it's Etienne. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. That's taken in by Etienne. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Shudak is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. First and 10 now from the 30. They go counter, it's Jacobs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing, Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
So fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now toss it to Etienne. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Etienne on the give. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers' side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
That's Thomas, he's got it. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 12-yard line.
Going with Bigsby here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Bigsby. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. The kick by Shudak is good, and that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds him over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Across the 45 and still going. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he gets this down to the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Escapes the puck. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home to that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Chad Muma there to bring him down. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and that leaves him with 3rd and 14.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Has room into the secondary. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers make it a 3-possession game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow the lead now to 22 points. On now is McManus to kick this away. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Jaguars into punt formation. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Love now to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun here. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Love out of the shotgun. He loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own.
Play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love to throw again. This finds Dobbs. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything.
And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
Jaguars 6.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jaguars going on offense one final time in the opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Working inside the red zone. ETN on the catch. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Shudak is good. And the deficit shrinks to 26. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now we'll send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports halftime reports.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here come the Jaguars, taking the field on offense to start the 3rd. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. ETN again. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Kirk comes in motion right. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jair Alexander with the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They go right back to Etienne. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Jair Alexander with the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. Lawrence throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Jaguars 16.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. Hits a seam at the 40. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake, it's Love. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. He has the 1st over the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Love from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead.
Jaguars 16.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Lawrence now off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. ETN gets it on the draw. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by Quay Walker. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, well, it was textbook.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running it here with Etienne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Lawrence. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to a 19-point deficit. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And all the touchdowns are sure going to catch some eyes around the league, but sure not unexpected for those of us who saw how well he was throwing it back when he got his first couple of scores.
Yeah, and if anything, he's only continued to improve and play better, as this defense tried and failed to find any way to slow him down.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 1. On target to Musgrave. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and just 2 to go. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. This is hauled in by Ingram. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence on the play fake. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Complete out to the right. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drive start. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. Handoff here to Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Going run again with Jacobs. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
3rd and long, here's Love. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt at 53 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now we give left side to Bigsby. He still has room inside the 30. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They'll try it left with ETN. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
It's a design boot. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Chased out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Reed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. This finds Dawes. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Oh, what a stiff arm. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Play fake, it's Love. Reed's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. He breaks the tackle. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Able to get it to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. Tight end going in motion here. Second and 6 now. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're now set for first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
Jaguars 37.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Washington now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jaguars ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. And his pass is going to fall incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And now it's second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lawrence in the pistol. Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's caught beyond the marker. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on 4th down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They're going to run with ETN. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They don't gain anything. So another goal line stand brings up a 4th down decision.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They're going to try with ETN. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The visitors send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Love from the gun. This is Reed working the right side. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down throw. Here's Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff, now Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Love to throw again. He's got... Oh, the football's loose. Jags pick it up.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. If you know what, throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run, Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Again, it's Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers go up by 19.
Jaguars 37.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers tack on 7 more to their lead.
Jaguars 37.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence coming off a pick. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down throw, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers almost took it all the way back. Oh, what a return, down to the 5.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They can run this clock out and head out of here with a win, even with 2 timeouts remaining defensively. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in, just as that knee goes down.
2nd down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Packers are your winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.